Former Queensland Premier Peter Beattie has been unveiled as a surprise federal election candidate in Brisbane as the Labor Party bids to snatch the marginal seat of Forde back from the Liberals. Mr Beattie appeared at a press conference with Prime Minister Kevin Rudd on Thursday to announce the move, with Mr Rudd admitting the pair had had their differences in the past.
Occasionally Peter and I have had the odd stoush in the past. That's okay. That's life in the Labor Party. You'll all have been handed, I'm sure, sheets from the Liberal Party quoting Peter saying one thing or another about me in the past. Guess what? For me, it's water off a duck's back. It doesn't really matter. What really matters is standing up for the great state of Queensland.
The announcement came as a spat between the Labor Party and the Coalition over the influence of Rupert Murdoch's News Corp media empire became a key election issue. Mr Rudd used a TV interview on Wednesday night to demand to know what talks, if any, Tony Abbott has held with Mr Murdoch over the future of the national broadband network. The Prime Minister questioned whether the opposition leader had consulted Mr Murdoch about the NBN and whether or not it poses a commercial threat to his Foxtel business.
He owns 70% of the print media in the country, fact one. Fact two, day one of the campaign, through his principal masthead in Australia, they say this government must go. Thirdly, he says so through his own direct statements that he wants Mr Abbott to replace me as Prime Minister. That's fine. That's his democratic right. It's a free country. But the question that I've posed through this is simply as follows. What is underneath all this? Is it to do with the national broadband network representing a commercial threat to Foxtel?
It comes amid a backdrop of a series of stories from Australian News Corp newspapers which have been critical of Labor, including headlines in Sydney's Daily Telegraph urging voters to kick the party out of power. Another story on Thursday morning mocked Mr Rudd and Deputy Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, who was spotted drinking with former Labor MP Craig Thomson at a Sydney bar earlier this week.